This is a lesson on Pythagorean Theorem. So let's get started. For this question, this is a very typical question where it is given us the right triangle. Now, how do we know this is the right triangle? We simply look at the symbol tucked in the corner there, which forms a 90 degrees. What we're trying to find here for this question is find the missing length. Now, to give us a little more information, I'm just going to simply label our length to be 5. Okay, so this is actually called our leg. Okay, and the horizontal is called leg as well, which we're going to have that to be 13. And we're trying to find the question mark, which is also known as the hypotenuse. So here's some little vocabulary for us. Now, to get started, we should always know what formula to use. And based on previous lessons, we know that the Pythagorean Theorem formula is a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. All right, and we should also know that c is just a fancy word for, or a letter used for hypotenuse, which is given right over here. Now let's, actually for now, we're just going to plug it in. Okay, we're going to plug in our legs and into the letter A or letter B. Now, like I said, it doesn't really matter which number you use for A or which number you use for B. So for simplicity, we're just going to let this be 5. Okay, so that's going to be 5 squared. Plus, we're going to plug in B to be 13. All right, and that is going to be our c squared. Please be careful to not forget that square, okay? A lot of times students just simply put the letter C where you find an answer, which is actually incorrect. So make sure you have that square there. All right, you can use your calculator or use mental math to find out what is, let me actually make this a little thicker. So 5 squared is just simply 25. 13 squared, if you use that in your calculator, is 169. And please make sure to have that square once again attached by C. And please know how to use the square button on your calculator. If you don't, please let me know. Now, simply, we're just going to add this up. So 25 plus 169 turns out to be 194. And again, that equals to c squared. Okay, so how do we undo the square? Well, to undo a square, we simply square root both sides. Make sure you have that on there. So go ahead and punch that into your calculator. So take the square root button, okay, and that is going to be 13.9. And because it said answer to the nearest tenth, okay, tenth is actually just one decimal place, just a refresher. So 13.928, which is actually just 13.9. So this is actually 13.9 units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that here as 13.9 units. And this is how we find the missing hypotenuse using the Pythagorean Theorem formula, which is a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks, guys.